Hello and welcome to Nations League Part 2, where we are doing the promotion and relegation games for League A and B. This should be fun because there's some good games in here and some very small nations that could get through to the bigger league. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video and like, share, subscribe. So let's just get straight cracking with it. So we go to the first match where Turkey take on Hungary in this one. This should be a good game because they're fighting for the relegation. Montenegro beating Turkey last time out and Hungary taking a point off Germany. I think this will be a tight game at Turkey's place, but I think when we go back to Budapest and Hungary, and I think they will have the upper hand. But this one is an interesting one. It's the first leg, as the second leg are on Sunday night. For a prediction in this one, Turkey is still managed by Robert Brosnecki. They've had Vincenzo Montella managing Turkey right now. He's got his sides well drilled. Germany drew with Hungary last time out when they played Hungary under that manager and with Adam Shallow up front. But for a prediction, I'm going to go 1-0 Turkey. I think they'll get the first leg and get a scrappy 1-0 win. Maybe Çalhanoğlu gets a belter from the edge of the box, or Yilmaz or somebody. But yeah, I'm going Turkey 1, Hungary 0. Now where Austria take on Serbia. This is also for relegation. All League A are for relegation. Austria, they've got some good players. They've got Alaba and co. Alaba, Gregoric, Baumgartner, Schmidt, Dancer at the back, the Spurs man, Schlager in goal. Ralf Rangnick as the coach. They did really well in the Euros, remember. Unfortunately, getting knocked out to Turkey in the Euros, which was a bit of a shock for them. I thought Austria would be the dark horses of the Euros, but they didn't get to the quarters, so they weren't dark horses. In the end, Serbia under Stakovic, or whatever his name is, they're all right. They've got Mitrovic, Vlahovic, they've got Stojkovic, the manager. I think they're a bit more solid. They're more defensive than Austria and Ralf Rangnick are. So, but for a prediction, I will go for an Austria win. I think they'll get the job done and win by 2-1. Austria 2, Serbia 1 in this one. Although I could see Serbia scoring a few more with Vlahovic and Mitrovic. Now a big game for the Scots as they take on Greece in Nations League A. This one's on BBC Scotland, so I could watch this one if I really, really wanted to. But the Scots, they're in a little bit of form at the moment, aren't they? And they're doing better. They're beating Poland, beat Croatia, drew with Portugal. They have been on for some good form. Scotland, Greece only losing to England in their recent Nations League campaign. But yeah, this will be, Scotland win this. They will be stay in League A because Greece are in the promotion contenders. This could be a tight one. I'm really Scotland. No, I'm going to back Greece. I'm going to back Greece to win this. I just think Scotland won't be up for this as much as they will be at Hampden in the return leg on Sunday. So I'm going to go Greece 2, Scotland 0 in this one. And Scotland will have more pressure on them to do well at Hampden, but I'm sure the crowd will be up for it in that one at Hampden. But yeah, I'm going Greece 2, Scotland 0 in this one. And then the final game in Group A is where Ukraine take on Belgium. A big one this. After the Euros, it was 0-0 in the Euros. Belgium getting knocked out of the Euros by France as Ukraine were knocked out in the groups. Really unlucky with the 4 points as all teams had 4 points in that group, I remember. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. Nations League is a bit inconvenient for these sides. I mean, neither side have really cared. D'Amico Tedesco seems to know what he's doing, or has he left? I think he's left his role as head coach, or is he still there? He is still. Oh no, he did get sacked in January, so he will no longer be as the Belgium coach. I think Thierry Henry was looking at. I'm not sure who has actually been appointed. I'm sorry about that. I don't know too much on my international football. I have to go and double check that after this. I'm gonna go for a 0-0. I just think it'd be a bit sluggish this game. It won't really get going. A bit like the Euros game didn't get going. But yeah, I'm going Ukraine 0, Belgium 0. Into League B we go, qualification where Armenia take on Georgia. Georgia having that little glory run in the Euros, coming at the feat of Spain by losing 4-1, but they got through the group. They beat Portugal. Yes, maybe in the backup side in the Euros, but they drew with Czech Republic as well, and then losing in that brilliant game against Turkey, one of the best games of the Euros. In the Nations League, I think Armenia's still got Henrik Mkhitaryan up front. So, yeah, this one, I think Georgia should get the job done, and with Mikhail and Kvaratskhelia. This is a tight one to call. Armenia are good at home, though. That's the problem. Their form isn't that bad. But Georgia have really dropped off since the Euros. I'm going to back Armenia I'm just going to back Armenia by a 1-0 to beat Georgia 1-0. And yeah, Georgia I back in the second leg to come back in this one. But yeah, I'm going for Armenia 1, Georgia 0. Now it's Bulgaria who take on Halmer Hallgrimsson's Iceland side. Not Iceland, he is from Iceland, is Hallgrimsson. Ireland last time out in international football, losing away at England. Bulgaria drawing 1-1 with Belarus and beating Luxembourg. So Bulgaria doing okay. This is a big game between League C and A. The 3 times they've played each other, Ireland have won 3-1, drew 1-1. And drew 0-0. They haven't played each other since 2020, when that crazy COVID happened. Yeah, Bulgaria haven't won a fixture against Ireland in the last 20 years, that's right, because they haven't really played them. But yeah, this one's... I could see Bulgaria getting the job done here over Hallgrimsson's Ireland. I don't think Ireland are going to be... I think Bulgaria will be fired up for this one. I just don't think Ireland are the finished article yet. They've still got a few good players coming through the academy ranks. But I'm going to... do about Bulgaria. No, I'm going to be safe. I'm going to go 1-1. I think it'd be a tight game. But yeah, I think Bulgaria get the draw, and you'd favour Ireland in that second leg in Dublin, wouldn't you? So yeah, I'm going Bulgaria 1, Ireland 1. Now, 2 smaller nations of the Suns against Kosovo. Of course, that is Iceland against Kosovo. Kosovo only coming into football a few years back, of course, but they've done pretty well since they've come in. They've been a very good side. They've been competitive. They've been more competitive than the likes of San Marino, Gibraltar, Liechtenstein, etc. They have been good. They've been beaten Lithuania, Cyprus, and recently. So they are in good form, really, Kosovo. And I'd back them to get the win here over Iceland. I really would. Iceland, Williamson, of course. I'm not sure. I don't think has he been picked. I'm not so sure. The only 2 these sides have played. Iceland have won twice, 2-0 at home and then 2-1 away at Kosovo. This one's a tight one to call, but I'm just going to back Iceland by 2-1 away from home, go for what it was in 2017. But yeah, I'm going to back Iceland to beat Kosovo here by 2-1, and one of the Suns will score, probably Finn Bogason. Now we go to Slovakia, where Slovakia take on Slovenia in Slovakia, in Bratislava, of course, the home of the Slovakians and Slovan Bratislava, the Slovakian outfit. Yeah, when I was a kid, I thought these 2 countries were the same thing, and then I was massively disrespecting these 2 sides because I thought Oblak and played for Slovakia and Dubravka played for Slovenia. I was all confused, but yeah, this one, Slovenia, Benjamin Šeško up front. They did okay in the Euros, bit unfortunate from what happened in the Euros, getting the win over Serbia, but then losing to Portugal on penalties by not scoring a single penalty. Slovakia, this just reads a 0-0. I mean, the last few times they've played, it was a 2-2 draw, and then a 1-1, then a 1-0 to Slovakia and a 1-0 to Slovenia before that. So head-to-head habit, but they're both defensive coaches from what I saw in the Euros, so I'm going to go Slovakia 0, Slovenia 0. Yeah, I just think it'd be cagey and boring. Šeško might make the difference. He might get a goal. If I had to predict it, would be 1-0 Slovenia. If there was a goal in it, but I just can't see either side scoring. So I'll go Slovakia 0, Slovenia 0. Thank you very much for watching these Nations League predictions. We will be back tomorrow for the World Cup qualifier predictions. A lot more games in those, including England. Can we get off to a start under Thomas Tuchel? winning start under Thomas Tuchel against Albania on Friday night. I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and yeah, thank you for watching. So I'll speak to you all on the next one.